What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Black Panther 2 and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in some capacity. So it is pretty good that Marvel seems confident with the scheduling for Phase 4 with everything that is going on in the world at the moment. So at the moment there is some grids, some casting grids that do imply when certain movies will be shooting. So if they are posting casting grids, etc. for Black Panther 2 and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, it tells you that they are pretty confident with their Phase 4 slate. Seeing as we've not had a Marvel movie since Spider-Man Far From Home, and we are apparently getting Black Widow movie in November, but if you live in England, you'll get it in October, which is pretty cool. And then that's going to be followed by Falcon and the Winter Soldier, if they can deliver the final episode, I believe, because they have got 2 or 3 weeks left to shoot. And then also WandaVision coming out after, and then, you know, the Eternals, etc., everything next year. So if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the pop culture based content. So there is a casting grid going around, which does, I'm going to say, imply. It implies that Black Panther 2 will be filming in Australia March the 1st, 2021, which is pretty interesting and could be a spoiler. Why do I say that? Well, because everyone seems to think that because Wakanda is supposed to be an African nation, that they actually shot the first Black Panther movie inside Africa, which, no, it wasn't shot anywhere near Africa, to be honest. It was actually shot in Atlanta, Georgia. Most of Black Panther was actually filmed in Atlanta, which reportedly reaped nearly $90 million for Georgia's economy at Pinewood Studio, which has been a filming location for many Marvel studio films over the decades, which is interesting because they literally made it look like Africa with green screen, etc. So why it's pretty cool that they could, and I say could because you never know if these casting grids are real, to be honest, in ways, is that Australia, Golden Coast, Namor, Atlantis, Ocean. Could it imply that the Dwayne Johnson Rock Namor rumor could be real? But Warstu, he's going to be Black Adam. Okay, we've been over this, guys. We've been over this. If they're not shooting this movie till March 2021, which is roughly, give or take, 9-10 months off the top of my head, obviously in May, so at least 10 months or so away, then the Black Adam character, also Dwayne Johnson, could become Namor, potentially. So that's the first kind of spoiler in a way. The fact they want to be near the ocean, maybe that could imply there's going to be an Atlantis-based storyline. You know, in Avengers EndGame, Okoye said there's been a disturbance under the ocean, and yeah, everyone seems to think it is Namor, although it's never officially been revealed, you know, with these Easter egg kind of things. And people are like, oh, it's such an Easter egg, but it's never actually been revealed or confirmed by anyone. So, Chadwick Boseman, again, is in the media, and this story will not go away. Now, we covered a story a while ago saying, I think it was 2 weeks ago or so, saying that Namor was going to replace Black Panther going forward. Now, there is a new report, but it's not really a new report because this story came about years ago. So essentially it's saying that Black Panther 2 will serve as a transitional period from Phase 4 to Phase 5, which does make sense. It is currently still slated for 2022, but that could change due to the world we live in. So essentially the narrative of this story is that Shuri is going to become Ironheart. No, wait, no, she's not. That's just what I want to happen. Or is that Rihanna? No, what's actually going to happen apparently is Shuri will become the next Iron Panther, aka Black Panther. And in the comics, Shuri does become Black Panther, the ruler of Wakanda, for some time period. So will Shuri overtake T'Challa and become Black Panther? We don't know. There does seem to be a agenda in Marvel movies for characters to be shifted and everything to be completely different. Now, I know at the moment Chadwick Boseman is very skinny compared to his normal build, but that could be for another movie, and some people have insinuated that can't be true because they start shooting this movie 2021 March, and there isn't going to be much time in between that, but there will be because things will start shooting in July, so whatever he's doing, it could be there. So a lot of people seem to think the reason that they are going to turn Shuri temporarily into Black Panther is all to do with Captain Marvel 2 and A-Force. You remember the scene in Avengers Endgame when we had all the female Marvel characters all meet up and all walk in line, and a lot of people were like being very anti-feminism, or feministic, I guess you could say, when they all hated on that scene. It's like, it wasn't really forced. I thought it's pretty cool, but I'm probably going to be called woke or an SJW for that. But if they want to introduce more females, then why not let them, so to speak? I mean, they put Pepper Potts in an Iron Man suit, so to speak. So it is pretty interesting. So a while back, we also went over the story that we got this covered. But let's be honest, guys, we got it covered. Sometimes get stuff right. I mean, they even called the Ezra Miller Flash cameo role 5 years before it happened, when literally Mark Guggenheim said that they only arranged that 2 weeks before. So they can predict the future sometimes. So apparently Chadwick Boseman is not happy with the financial stake he has, because obviously Black Panther 1 grossed over 1 billion. Turnover, not gross, turnover. So apparently he wants more money, which is a common case with everything. When something makes more money, you want more money. So I guarantee he gets more money. And also he publicly came out and said he's not interested in doing any Disney Plus shows, which unless it's iron tight in his contract, he wouldn't have to do this. So I don't know what to think of this rumor that Chadwick Boseman is actually going to believe in the MCU forever, after only really appearing in Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, and Black Panther. I think that's pretty much all the movie. So I don't believe he's going to leave, but for the simple fact is that Storm, the X-Men, are coming to Wakanda. Now, if it is going to be his last movie, then it would be pretty weird to introduce Storm, bring the mutants through Rihanna. There's a fan art of her as Storm, and I keep overly using it. So obviously in the comics, there is a connection between Storm and Black Panther that could lead the X-Men and or the Brotherhood and the relationship between these characters. It could happen. In short, there are rumors that Storm could be in this movie and she's going to have a romantic relationship with Black Panther in Black Panther 2. And Black Panther 2 will be less about diving into T'Challa and more about setting up the future landscape of the MCU and future conflicts. Now, the rumor for the storyline for this movie is apparently there's going to be some massive conflict in this movie, Civil War style, and maybe for some reason T'Challa dies, or maybe something like that would force Shuri to become Black Panther temporarily, which we here at the channel, we have no issues for this, but there is a graphical novel called A Black Panther Novel, Shuri. Shuri sets out to save Wakanda in a new original Black Panther novel called Shuri. Now, from my understanding, this is an official Marvel graphical novel, and as we know, Kevin Feige is overlooking the whole of Marvel now. Comics, TV, MCU, maybe not Marvel gaming because that's completely different, but let's go over it. So, Shuri is a genius, a master of science and technology, a skilled warrior, a princess. Oh wait, as well as being a teenager. And now she is starring in her original Black Panther novel from New York's best-selling author, Nick Stone. No big deal. So there's a short synopsis, but maybe this could tie in with the fact that maybe they are trying to push Shuri into having a more prominent role in Black Panther, because she did have a prominent role in Avengers Infinity War, you know, trying to protect Vision, and then all of a sudden she kind of like disappeared, which made no sense. Obviously it did make sense in the context if you've watched Endgame. The one time Black Panther herself set out on a quest to save her homeland of Wakanda for centuries. Of Wakanda, the Black Panther has gained his powers through the juices of the heart-shaped orb. Much like Vibranium, the heart-shaped orb is essentially to survive and prosper in Wakanda. But something is wrong. The plants are dying. No matter what the people of Wakanda do, they can't save them. And their supply is running short. It's up to Shuri to travel from Wakanda in order to discover what is killing the herbs and how she can save it. In the first volume of an all-new original series, Shuri, a Black Panther novel, available everywhere in bookstores from May the 5th. Now, I'm not saying this has any correlation to do with her being pushed to become the next Black Panther, but she could be Iron Black Panther, she could be Ironheart. It's pretty clear that she will be having a bigger role in the MCU, and I do agree with that. I do think she should be having a bigger role in the movie, but whether she's replacing Chadwick Boseman as a Black Panther is neither here or there. Like I say, I can see him doing this Storm storyline, which is going to be interesting. And I think if they are going to release Deadpool 3 before Black Panther 2, which they're not, I think which has to happen is Deadpool has to essentially kill all the people from the Fox universe in order to reboot all the X-Men characters, i.e. Storm, etc. But I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I can see this happening. So I think it's an interesting video concept. I always try and put out the most interesting videos for you guys, and usually I get a good reaction and a good response from Black Panther 2 videos and Black Panther videos generally. So like always, guys, let me know everything down below, all your requested videos. Just hit me up on Instagram at Warstu, Twitter, WarstuGG, and all the other social networks. And if you could follow me on twitch.tv/Warstu, I will be streaming as soon as my new internet comes through. So yeah, I will be streaming a lot on there when that comes through. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment any of your requests. Just hit me up in the social medias, like I said before, or comment down below. And I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.